Chris Nash, your best 2020 season of your career, were you aware of that?
I wasn't aware. I probably had an inkling that, that it was going to be up there, but it's been great. It's been really good fun. Kind of once it got going, I've cashed in, and really happy to be up there, kind of with the amount of runs I've got.
447 runs, 550s, great run of form recently. Anything you put it down to specifically, or just good form at the right time?
I think 2020 is a game of luck. I think you go through every game and the margins are small. There are a couple of times I could have been out early during any one of those innings, and it just happened to kind of go my way. So I think the key 2020 is to look at it and not get too down on yourself if you're doing badly, and not get too high if you're doing well. This year's worked out for me, you know, and next year you never know where it's going to go. So it's just been a good year for me.
You touched on it, but form in a tournament where the games come so thick and fast, does that make it easier to string good performances together, and I guess conversely make it getting out of a slump harder?
Yeah, it's hard. I think you look at county cricket in general, you do play a lot of games, it kind of rolls on, and if you get on a run you can really cash in, and I think that's the skill of county cricket. I think if you can do that and cash in when you're going well, that's really important. Obviously we just had 9 days and 11 with a 4-day game in the middle, and I got on a good run at the beginning, and it was a great 11 days. Really got me going and kind of picked my season up.
And how tough is it playing, like you say, 9 games or 9 days of cricket in 11 days? How tough is it to keep yourself fresh, keep yourself pumped up for each of those days?
It's not hard. I mean, it helps if you're scoring runs. For me, you know, it's been great. I started it really well with 250s on the Thursday, Friday. Follow up with more runs. So I think if you're scoring runs, generally cricket's quite a nice game. It's good fun. But if you're not scoring runs and you have a tough couple of weeks, it's tiring. But then again, you come to Hove on a Friday night and it's buzzing. You go to the Oval, you go to Lords, and that's what 2020 does for you. You know, however tired you are, you turn up at a game and it lifts you and gets you excited to play.
And obviously you're fortunate enough not to be in the position. But if you are struggling, how important is having the team support around you and making sure you stay strong as a unit?
Yeah, that's what team sports are all about. I think you look at you've got to look at your past as well. We've got some world-class players in our team who've done it time and time again, and I think it's really important that people go back to what they've done before, because I think that's kind of evidence to show that you're good enough and you can do it again. So any player who's not had the best run, you look back at what they've done before, and you know they'll do it again, and that could be Friday night.
Talking of Friday night, massive match, must win. How are you and the squad feeling?
We're buzzing, yeah. I think you want to be in the business end, you know, qualifying for quarterfinals, pushing for things like this, and to be knowing that we're playing Friday, and if we can win, gives us a really good chance of going through to a quarterfinals. Exciting. Hopefully we'll have a really good crowd. It'll be a nice sunny evening. We haven't had a lot of them so far in 2020 this year, but it's a massive game for the club, and if we do get through, I think we've got a really good chance with some good momentum.
And you mentioned the crowd. How much of a difference does that make, playing in front of a big crowd here at the First Central County Ground?
Oh, it's massive. I think when you look around a ground like this and it's full, it gets all the players up for it. We've always had good support here, and I think when you get late on a Friday night, when everyone's had a couple, and the atmosphere builds as you're hoping to go for a win, it makes a huge difference. So it would be great to have as many down as possible. If we can get a capacity crowd on a Friday night TV game against local rivals, it'd be great. And hopefully they can cheer us on to a win.
And Essex always brings an added bit of liveliness to the crowd. You'll be wanting to make sure we do one over on them to keep the home supporters happy.
Massively. I think it's going to be a do or die game for both of us. Looking at the table, no teams out of it, only Glamorgan are through. So any results are possible. If we can go and beat Essex and get a quarter final, it'd be great. I mean, obviously nice to beat them, and they've got some world-class players. So it should be a great night, and hopefully we can get through.
Fantastic. And then finally, have you got a specific message for anyone thinking of coming down on Friday who's already got their tickets?
Get down, cheer as loud as you can. 6s, 4s, wickets that we get, just cheer for us, boo Essex, and hopefully you can cheer us on to a win.